Welcome back to the channel, guys. So in today's video we're going to be showing you guys how to remove any imperfections and creases that may be present in your brand new material. So if you have purchased headlining material to do the job yourself and it's come through the Australia Post, it may have been folded a couple of times to meet the requirements of Australia Post or the post office to get it sent. So usually I think that's currently 110 centimeter in the linear length that is allowed to be accepted. So most of this headlining material is 151 centimeters wide. So pretty much in order to get it sent through the Australia Post, we do put one fold line down the center of it or a couple of fold lines. And then basically when you receive it, all you would want to be doing is unwrapping that material. Usually I recommend to lay the material and unroll it for about 1 to 3 days. If they're warm days, it's going to happen much faster. And basically it's just the environment and the warmth of the air. It just allows the foam to settle and expand, and normally any increases and imperfections on the material itself will just slowly swell itself out. But before we touch base on that, I wanted to let you guys know that any of the old material that's existing in your car can sometimes change color because it gets so thin and old that and the foam behind the material starts to change to an orangey type of color. And then basically that orange dark foam, which was originally white, you can kind of see through the material, and it just makes the existing material look a bit darker than it probably would have been from factory. So when you do purchase brand new material, just keep in mind it's going to be a fresher, cleaner look, and you'll probably get a shade lighter usually. So we usually try to color match our materials to the plastics and the sun visors and the pillars that are left behind. So here is the material unwrapped from the post, received straight from the post and just unwrapped. And then you can see that we've left it a few days and that's as clean as it looks. It looks really nice, ready for use. And that second photo there looks a bit brighter just because we've got new lights installed in the garage, which brings on a good point that these headlining materials can slightly change their look of their color based on what lighting is hitting the actual fabric itself. So if you've hold the material up before you install it in the car, you're going to be exposing it to a lot of sunlight, say, and it looks maybe slightly different. And then once it goes in your car, when it gets a bit darker, the material may look slightly different again. So just keep that in mind. A few other methods of removing imperfections would be waiting it out and just unwrapping the material, letting it to sit for 1 to 3 days and allow the imperfections to come out. That's all we did on that previous photo, and that's as clean as it did look, so that works really well. So the sunlight and heat does help. Heat guns and hair dryers I would suggest to probably stay away from unless you're experienced in using them on materials, so maybe only test a small area first. And then you can also use an upholstery skewer. So this is just basically you just penetrate the foam from behind the material, and this takes a bit of practice, but maybe just try it out in an off cut maybe, or just a section you're not going to use, but you just try not to pull the stitching on the material, because then you're going to see like a bit of a like a mark on the material itself. But all you're trying to do is just go behind the material itself and grab the foam and then slightly change its appearance, so you're just pulling out any dents and imperfections behind the material itself. So those there are called an upholstery skewer. So if you're looking for brand new material to do your car headlining yourself, just check the link below in the description. We'll have some links there to our sales page. We pretty much only stock the closest match to the original material, and also we only keep the best quality material as well, because there's a lot of materials out there that give a lot of grief while you're using the material. It can hasn't got much stretch, it can crease while you're using it, and it's quite nasty stuff. So we only keep the best materials, and it's really convenient to use. If you want to remove any stains in the material, I do suggest those two cleaners. You can get them usually from Super Cheap Auto. And if you're looking for more steps on how to do a car roof lining repair, make sure you check the link below in the description. There'll be an ebook there titled Headlining Secrets. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like this content, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and click that subscribe button if you want to help our channel grow. See ya!